Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So I'm a little late. I'm finally, after 12 hours, finally at San Antonio in Texas. Man, so I had I had some dinner, but man, that was painful. Next time I'm going private, especially. Oops. Never mind. So tonight I want to talk about what is going on with altcoins. Bitcoin, as you can see, is above $55,000, so pretty darn good. And of course, one other altcoin that is doing a moonshot right now, and that's Shiba. But are they literally draining the altcoins out right now? Because this is the second day in a row where our favorite altcoins, the ones that are layer ones, layer twos, the ones that's powering all the dApps, they're showing weakness on a day when Bitcoin is above $55,000. It seems like, very suspicious. Seems like the trend may be shifting. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. It's a slow news day, but I'm going to give you guys my theory. And also, I'm going to share with you who I think is buying up all the SHIB right now and why it's going up as much as it is. And hint, it's not me. I'm not the one driving it up. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day. 11:30 to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Although this week, rest of this week is going to be iffy. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. All right, guys. Welcome. I'm going to have to rely on my phone for chat, so you guys will have to slow down your chat because I can't keep up with my screen here. But, yeah. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin, ever since yesterday, this morning it pumped up above 55. Actually, this morning when I was streaming, it was like 54 something, and you can see it's 55.1 right now. So Bitcoin's definitely doing very well. And I found this. I mean, this is really the reality. Okay, this is the 60,000 resistance. I mean, this is what's really holding Bitcoin back at this point. There's just nothing. There's nothing that's holding Bitcoin back right now, right? So if you're not long on Bitcoin, you're not a Bitcoin bull. I mean, you're gonna be missing out. 60,000 is gonna be right around the corner. It could come as soon as tomorrow when we wake up. After 60,000, you know what? 100,000 is not gonna be too far off, right? But here's the thing. I've kind of hinted this already for the past few days that 2017, when Bitcoin when Bitcoin started going up in a big way, when it started going from 4,000 to 6,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, altcoins really drained. They really drained. All the money went into Bitcoin, and I can't help but get reminded of that right now. It's very early, but like I said before, I don't recall in 2021 we had this where Bitcoin was rallying and altcoins did not. I mean, we kind of got used to the fact that for the last 10 months, whenever Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up more, right? It's been an exponential gainer on Bitcoin. But last few days, very, very differently. I know you guys know what I'm talking about because you go and look at, Ethereum, Binance, Cardano, Solana. Even Solana's down 5% today for no apparent reason, right? Even Doge is down. Uniswap, Avalanche, Chainlink, Algorand, Polygon, Cosmos. I mean, and the ones that are in green are barely in green, right? So I'm wondering if we're seeing the same thing. And you can see Bitcoin dominance went to 44%. This morning was 43. A day ago is 41. So BTC dominance is going up in a big way, right? So I said it's too early to make that call. It could be a coincidence, could be just a blip. where we see Bitcoin dominance go up this much and altcoins kind of settling down. But, it is something something worth noting. This is the reason why when I tell you guys about the 50-25-25 rule, I tell you guys to stick with 50% of Bitcoin. Some of you guys have deviated from that a little bit. That's fine. But if you deviate too much, right, if you're like all in altcoins, a day like today will hurt because if you look at the BTC value of your portfolio, it probably went down because you're too overloaded in altcoins. So that's why you always want to have a good amount in Bitcoin, right? Provide stability. And days like today where it goes up and everything goes down, you're going to be protected. So this is a continuing theme. Let's see what happens tomorrow and going forward when Bitcoin breaks through $60,000. And if it happens and the altcoins, like these layer 1, layer 2s, are still stagnant or even trending down, then we may see a monumental shift where Bitcoin dominance start going up from the lower 40s to 50s, maybe even as high as 60s. Because in 2017, Bitcoin dominance went as high as 70% before coming back down, right? So if that happens, it could be very similar. But in 2017, what ended up happening is once Bitcoin found its top, that blow off top event came, altcoins started pumping up in a big way. So if we do something similar, maybe that will come. But again, it's a little bit too early to call. However, it's very different. I don't recall in 2021 we had another situation like this. So let's just study it. Let's just monitor it. Something else about Bitcoin, a lot of data right now. It's funny that none of this data came out when Bitcoin was trending down, right? Like literally when we're going down to 30s, we're going down to 40s, you had everyone, all the fudders and everyone coming out and presenting all this data that, hey, Bitcoin turned bearish. I'm like, what are you guys talking about, right? Just stick with me, stick with Michael Saylor, stick with the Bitcoin family and learn about it and pay attention to what's going on. And you realize all this FUD is just really FUD, right? So now it's funny that now Bitcoin is coming back up. There's like all this data all of a sudden that's very bullish. I mean, it's always been bullish. You just had to ignore the FUD and pay attention. But anyways, within this Forbes article, there's a lot of things like Bitcoin futures open interest is growing. Corporations supercharged long positions. Yup, they're buying more hedge funds. Going short is not necessarily bearish for Bitcoin. That's an interesting one. Commercial traders seen boosting both BTC and ETH futures exposure. Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons other than the shorting one. I don't know. I don't get that one. I didn't have a chance to read it. But anyways, there's just a lot of data. And I've showed you guys a lot of fractal patterns, a lot of metrics over the last few months. Everything is looking fantastic, right? So like I said, with Bitcoin, it's really about this right now. That resistance is going to be broken very, very fast. Now, the other side to this, what didn't really happen in 2017 is you didn't have a meme coin do this and go parabolic, okay? So we know SHIB has been going parabolic. So since this point right here, right around 2 days ago, from 2 days ago to today, right? I was thinking that was like a week or something now. So basically, she went up 300% in 2 days. Okay, it's a crazy run. For those of you guys that FOMO'd in, congratulations. You probably made some money, but like I said, you gotta be careful. There's gonna be volatility. It could have a 50% correction from here, and it'll still be up probably 150%, right? So you got to be careful. But SHIB is going up in a big, 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 big way. But if you go back, why? Right? Back in April when SHIB, went on a crazy run just like Doge, after that, it was sold off. It found a floor, but why all of a sudden is it pumping so much? Well, I have a theory. I put two and two together, okay? And here's my theory. I realize I still have my name tag on. We'll take this off. We know recently there were rumors spread about Robinhood and they're going to open up Shiba trading in the future. So that makes a whole lot of sense. And I saw this. Pomp is actually getting Vlad on his show tomorrow to talk. And this is probably one of the questions Pompliano's go ask him. Pomp's go ask him, or you go list Shiba. I don't know if he's allowed to say it. I think it's still a rumor, although most people, including myself, think it's a done deal. But here's the thing. After learning more about the token economics, there's a lot of projects that have a lot of tokens that's reserved, like in the treasury or for the founders, right? And whenever those projects have a VC deal or exchange listing, it's easy for them because they have a whole bunch of tokens that they can sell or give to the exchanges for liquidity. So that's really, really simple. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of these projects do so. But if you think about Shiba, the founder, Ryoshi, he gave half of it to Vitalik, who then Vitalik, correction, yesterday I said he burned it. He actually donated it to an Indian charity. So he created this quadrillion tokens, and he gave half of it to Vitalik, and the other half he put into the Uniswap pool. And then he made an open game where anyone could buy it. So it was like a fair buy. But he doesn't have any to just hand off to Robinhood. So if Robinhood needs to, or think about it, if Robinhood is going to open up SHIB trading, and they know there's going to be billions upon billions of dollars coming in to their platform to buy SHIB, well, where is the SHIB going to come from, right? They need to have it on hand. They can't just hook up and make a deal and get an OTC. It won't happen. So what I think is happening right now is Robinhood is behind this. I think not because of speculation. I think Robinhood right now is buying all the SHIB because they need to buy it so they have liquidity so that they're able to sell on their platform to the retail investors. That's the only logical thing why Shiba will be going up this much. You know how much money is required to make Shiba go up 300% within a matter of 2 days? I mean, we're talking about hundreds of millions and possibly even billions. So, I mean, that's my theory. I can't prove it one way or another, but if you think about it, it makes a whole lot of sense. Robinhood is rumored to add Shiba, and how are they going to get the liquidity? They have to buy it themselves. They can't just strike a deal, right? So if they need to buy it themselves, where are they buying it from? They're buying it from the open market. There's no OTC market for a SHIB. So they're probably buying from the open market, which is why it keeps pumping. You see, every time it seems like it's going to come down, it pumps more and pumps more and pumps more. And that's because they're buying. And then you add in some retail FOMO. That's why it's going up. And I can't even imagine when Robinhood really opens up SHIB, how much more FOMO there will be, right? So I think that is what's happening right now. And is this contributing to the altcoin weaknesses that we're seeing right now? I definitely think so. I think Bitcoin is sucking out a lot of liquidity. Obviously, Bitcoin is much bigger. It takes an enormous amount of money to move Bitcoin up. So I think Bitcoin is sucking up a lot of liquidity right now. And SHIB is also sucking up a lot of liquidity right now. And the two combined is what's making altcoins weak right now. All right, or stagnant. I shouldn't say weak. They really didn't go down. It's more like they're stagnant. So that's my theory. Now, can it change? Yes. At some point, if Robinhood stops buying because they have enough, right, and then people start taking profits hands over fist, well, then this could dump tremendously. And some of that money, the profits, will come back into other altcoins. And then things will return to normal, right? And the same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin could pump up to a certain amount. Let's say it goes to 60,000, 64,000, 65,000, and then it stalls a little bit. Maybe it goes on a 2-week consolidation period or a month consolidation period before November, right? So then, yes, a lot of money will then flow back into altcoins because people are antsy and they want to make faster gains. So that's why I said at the beginning, it's too early to call whether or not it's a real trend shift or it's just because what's going on right now with Bitcoin and with SHIB. So we still have to study it. We have to pay attention to it, and then I guess we'll see what happens. Here's the thing. I found this article too. Benzinga referred to my video yesterday, so they tweeted it out to me, and I think they're pretty big site. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, Had you invested $1,000 in Shiba on January 31st, how much money would you have? So if you bought $1,000 worth of Shiba back in January 31st, you would have had 12.5 trillion coins, and those coins would be worth $2.8 million. In fact, it's probably even higher than that. So had you put $1,000 in 9 months ago, you would have over $3 million. And I had a story that I shared with you guys that was very similar. when Doge was pumping, back in April, I shared this before, I'll share it again. And people always say, oh, this is why you hate Shiba. No, it's not. But back in February, March timeframe when Doge was starting to get really hot, Shiba came out, and I'm like, all right, everyone's talking about it, whatever. I just threw, I forgot, I didn't throw $1,000. I threw like maybe $4,000 or $5,000. I forgot the exact amount. Or maybe it was a little more, 8,000. And then like it doubled or tripled, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. So I took it out. But at Shiba's peak, had I not taken it out, it would have been $500,000. So that's my story. So I could definitely verify this fact. So Shiba did make a lot of millionaires. That's for sure. That's for sure. But again, it's one of those high risk, high rewards kind of play, because it has gone up this much. Like I said, maybe people start taking profits. Maybe Robinhood stops buying it. Maybe there's something that happens, whale manipulation. This could come crashing down just as quick as it went up. So that's why you have to be very, very, very careful when you're going to buy Shiba. If you're going to do so, buy just a small amount, play amount, right? Don't go all in. Don't put a majority of your coins in, because it could end very badly. But with that said, watch my video yesterday if you didn't. I do think that it has more long-term potential than Doge at this point. And definitely a lot better than Litecoin. A lot more potential than Litecoin, that's for sure. All right, that's pretty much it. Wow, almost 8,500 people watching me. Smash up a like, subscribe to the channel. Now let's do some Q&A. All right, scrolling up, making sure I didn't miss anything. There's a Shiba Inu gave me $20. Thank you for that. That was very, very, very high up. Marshawn says, I'm guilty. I bought it up. All right. Adam says, my theory makes a ton of sense. Yes. Shiba millionaires. Rocket ship. Man, the chat. Carlos, appreciate it. I'm trying to keep it real, guys. Trying to keep it real. Man, there's so much chat. You guys are like going crazy here. Luke says, sold all my sheep today from when I FOMO back in April. I broke about even. All right. Well, at least you broke even. Holding works, even with meme coins. I guess you got it pretty much towards the top back in April. I'm using Coinbase now. Yeah, Coinbase has Shiba. I think even Gemini added Shiba recently. KuCoin has Shiba. I mean, there's a lot of exchanges that have it, and soon Robinhood. Alex, I appreciate that. Shiba is trading on Binance.us. I didn't know that. That's new. That's probably pretty new. Got a couple new members. What's with the Litecoin hate? Because I got fooled one too many times. And Litecoin, let's be honest, it's just not going anywhere. Okay, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know what's funny, Doug? Doug asked Doge versus SHIB. At this point in time, I like SHIB better. because they're actually working to create something, not just stay as a meme coin. You know what's funny? On Twitter, I posted a poll like asking people, what would you rather buy? SHIB, Litecoin, XRP, or Doge? Surprisingly, XRP won that poll. Well, it's not over, but I'm really surprised by that. There's still a lot of people that's holding a lot of hope on XRP at this point. I'm actually really surprised by it. Do you like SLP? No, SLP is not as it's not as good as Axie. Just go with Axie. Terry, appreciate it. Wanting to go buy NFT? I don't know. I still don't know any good ones. Thoughts on Stellar, XLM, MoneyGram partnership? I don't know. I didn't read about it, but MoneyGram a partnership with XRP, and then MoneyGram admitted that they weren't even using XRP anyways. I mean, they had a relationship with Ripple, I should say, but then they said they never use XRP. So Stellar's just doing it to just rub it into Ripple right now, and I don't know what the details are, but I don't even know if they're going to use them or not. What do you think about Dash? I don't like Dash because it's a privacy coin, so I don't like it. Will you make a special edition stream for Halloween? Maybe a crypto costume. I'll dress up like Charlie Lee. You know, that'd be a pretty good fit. Jason Bird, thank you. Check out this other coin now. Don't try to show me other meme coins. How do I stake ADA if it's on Coinbase? You can't. You have to get on to Ledger. Ledger is safe. And another one, Deadless Wallet, they're safe. And then within them, you could stake and go to like my partner, like Ned's Cave, and they have instructions. You know, it's pretty easy. So just check them out, URL, and then you still control it. You think SHIB will hit 1 cent? Probably not. It'll be like $1 trillion. It'll be like over $1 trillion for that to happen. So no. Maybe anything can happen, but not anytime soon. Will ADA go up this year? Yes. I still maintain ADA and all these others that are weak, they will continue to come back up. I know it has not looked good for ADA. Honestly, all the momentum ADA just got lifted away when concurrency became an issue. But I do think once the DEX comes out, I think it could continue. Connor is saying LTC's going to take off. All of Charlie Lee's bag holders wish for that to happen. Jeff, appreciate that. They're on. Great topic. Safe travels. A little something for a question I sent on Patreon. Thanks always. Big super chat. Thank you. Buy a comic NFT on BB. I don't know. I'm not into those comic NFTs. I'm not really into NFTs overall. See, that's the thing. I still like physical stuff. So I don't know. I won't get into it. I'll buy my own NFT. I'm working on something creative. A new line NFT that's really creative. So wait for that. Tony, appreciate it. Scrolling. Any new Ukomi updates? No. Just wait. Just wait. They're gonna have to go through a token swap. Because once it moves to Immutable X, it becomes a ERC20 token. So you could either leave it in the VV app or do it on exchange, leave it in exchange. Those are automatic, or there's gonna be a manual way. And they haven't announced the manual way yet. All right. What's the problem with privacy coins? You know what the problem is? Countries and regulators don't like it. The tax people don't like it either. So they're going to force exchanges to delist all of them. And then it's not going to do well anymore. It started happening already. When Alan went on VeChain, that's always a good move. VThor, yesterday, it went up a lot, right? VThor has been doing well before, but as of late, it stalled. The same thing with VeChain. But I still think both will come up with everything else, right? And if they get more involved with NFTs, that's definitely going to help them. Is the ICP coming back? I don't know about that. Do I still like TrueFi? I have not kept up with them, but I still like the premise. I like uncollateralized loans. I think that premise is still pretty good. So yeah. Is Cody good? Yup. They're being carried. They're being carried by Cosmos. I mean Cardano right now. What's your price prediction for ADA and Avalanche? I think Cardano's gonna be at $10. I think right around $10. And Avalanche, I don't know. Avalanche could be like $400 or $500, something like that. And that's based on Bitcoin going up about 2 to 3x. So Bitcoin doesn't do 2 to 3x, then they're not going to do that 5x. But if it does, then they will. Georgian coin. You help me create one. Someone says Da Vinci said he was pumping Shiba like crazy. Well, maybe he has enough funds to do so. He got in Bitcoin so early. Is this the end of Doge? I don't know. I don't think it's the end of Doge, but I would not be surprised if Elon jumps off the Doge bandwagon or does a bandwagon between Doge and Shiba soon, because Elon is all about like making the irony of, yeah, he's all about the irony, like making the most ironic coin to become like the premier coin. That's why he loves Doge, because it's a joke. So then he wanted to make it into like a real crypto, not only real crypto, but the premier one, but the leading one. But Doge will never be better than Bitcoin. But I would not be surprised if he starts talking about Shiba, and then he's on both bandwagons. Best picks for max gains this cycle between Cosmos and Vetmatic. Out of all those four, I would say Cosmos in this cycle, and then followed by VeChain. All right, anything else, guys? I'm not a fan of Nervals Network, although they have a partnership with Cardano. It seems like all these partnerships with Cardano basically turns them into a Cardano project. Like Nervals is a blockchain that has a lot of interoperability, but ever since they partnered with Cardano, that's the only thing that anyone cares about. Terra or Solana? Ooh, that's a hard one. I split it with both of those. I really like both. Raul Paul predicted 40K ETH this cycle. Yeah, that's ridiculous. No, it's not gonna go to 40K. Yeah, no. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. I don't think so though. I don't think so. Is it okay to keep bulk of BTC ETH on Celsius? Yeah, for storage, why not? I mean, for interest, yeah, why not? I don't think Celsius is gonna go away anytime soon. Please explain why alts are pumping. Scroll rewind. I mean, I've covered that. Soul Strider. Thank you. All right, that's it, guys. That's it. I'll let you guys go. Do you think VeChain will reach 50 cents a cycle? That's a possibility. All right, so Bitcoin is still doing well. SHIB is doing too well, astronomically well. And you know what? They may be the reason why the other altcoins, are so stagnant. But things can flip, right? This does not mean it's a long-term trend. It could be, just like 2017, but it's way too early to tell. Let's see what happens later this week. If Bitcoin dominance continues to go up 45, 47, 50%, and keeps going up, then I would say, yeah, maybe there is a real trend shift coming where the liquidity is now going to Bitcoin solely and not so much in altcoins. Or it could just be one gigantic coincidence that Shiba is pumping now and sucking out a lot of liquidity, and so is Bitcoin, and that's what's happening, right? And it could turn back when both puts liquidity back into the market. Could be. Soul Strider says, "May 4x on Shiba. Should I take profits?" Hey, if you're a gambling man, right? Let her ride to the moon. No, I'm just kidding. If you made 4x, 400%, you should probably take some profits, right? Take some profits, lock in your original investment, or lock in a little more profits, and then you can let the rest ride. That's the easiest way to do it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure if I could stream tomorrow. I have a very early morning, a lot of stuff going on, so I'll let you guys know. Maybe not. But if not, you know what? Then I'll stream at night. Okay? Smash the like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.